He's like, hey, yeah. So about 3 minutes into the scene, I'm just gonna credit card this little girl's ass.
Dude, how did...
It's like, wait, what, Clint? What are you gonna do?
Oh,
It's like just roll it.
I regret to inform you guys, I think the internet has, or people have forgotten, that Brad Pitt also is maybe a little bit old enough for kisses.
oh no.
A little bit. So this is Kirsten Dunst, and this movie is called...
Oh, the vampire. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and she was like a little 12-year-old at this.
It is a really fucking good movie, but
Like from 95 or something?
like all-star cast too. Everyone's in this.
Woo! No audio because we don't want to get DMCA'd. Sorry.
I thought she covered her mouth like this and did a fake kiss.
Wow, she was young.
Looks a little fake. Some people are debating that.
So is he canceling her now because she kissed him?
What's the context again for why this kiss happens in the movie?
I don't remember.
She came on to him though. So who's at fault here?
She came on there. She was 12 when she had to kiss 30-year-old Brad Pitt, interview with a vampire. She said she hated every second of it. I think that's what's getting it news right now.
Oh, she said she hated every second of it?
Yeah, but she didn't say it like in a terrible way. She said Brad was like an older brother to me, so it was gross.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, so it's more like because they're friends and...
But then she says that's the worst thing I did. I mean, he's not... How friends can you be with a 12-year-old?
I mean, not friends, but like, I see the way she's saying it's not
It's like
harmful.
familiarity.
Yeah, it's not like a way to like put him down, right?
I mean, I get it. Also, if you're 12 and like, even though you got casted for the role and you read the script and you know what's going to happen, I can't imagine any 12-year-old wanting to kiss a grown-ass man. It's just probably yucky no matter what.
And also like writer, director, like where's the scrutiny for like that situation, right?
Yeah, but in the context, isn't she like 112 years old?
Yeah, as a vampire, and he's like 500 or something.
Yeah, and she got turned when she was young.
When these things happen in like Hollywood where like some kid or grows up to be an actor and like talks about like, yeah, when I was 11, I had to kiss this dude, but it's totally fine. I don't care. I wanted to. Like when they have that attitude, is it the world's job to be like, no, you're wrong. You're supposed to be hurt by this.
Like you're coping.
Yeah, like are we like is that what we're supposed to do? Like what's the societally correct thing to do?
I've seen one where it was a chick that I forgot who it was, man, but she was like, "Oh yeah, who wouldn't want to?" That was a dream come true.
That was Margot Robbie.
Oh, Margot Robbie. Who did she kiss?
She kissed Brad Pitt in the Tarantino. No, not Tarantino. The recent fucking. Now I gotta look it up.
But yeah,
Well, there's another example too of, I believe it was Katie Holmes. Remember, she started dating Tom Cruise, and she said she used to have his picture on her wall. So she's like living her childhood dream. So like that, like...
But they were all older, right?
But they were older when it happened.
Yeah. But that's fascinating to hear, like, that she's not even saying like, oh, she's saying like, this is good. This is cool. Like, because I had a crush on him when I was little.
But you know how like when they say stuff like that and then people are like, no, you're actually wrong and you're just suppressing.
Stop. This is essay. You need to stop. Yeah.
I'm wondering like are we supposed to just kind of all say that?
I don't
Nah.
care.
Nah.
I don't care.
Nah, I think they think that they know better and they're gonna teach you because you're too stupid.
Because
and
are
you're
you also
coping.
problematic for not saying that is what I mean. You know what I mean?
I think the whole world is like a finding the mob mentality standard, right? It's like you throw something into the fucking universe and then enough people hate it or enough people support it, and then that's kind of like where it floats. We just know it's not over here.
Because there's such a weird thing about like what I'm seeing right now specifically is like, remember when all these other, like in the 90s, 2000s, all these people were testifying that I slept in Michael Jackson's bed, but it was fine. Nothing happened. And everyone's like, no, something did. You're just fucking suppressing it. And they're like, no, it didn't. And then now we're in 2026. Those same fucking people are now testifying that it did. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's happening? Like when these signs are there and they're like, no, it's actually fine. Like, are we as a like...
I think that you ever been kicked out in the cold before and it's like, I have nothing to cover for anymore. You know what I mean? Like where he was in the group, like with MJ, hanging all the time, like having the funsies and stuff. Why would you want the party to stop? You get to go to Neverland, you get to go on the merry-go-rounds and shit like that. But then once that party stops, you stop getting the phone calls. Maybe you start to get a little resentful. Maybe you start going like, you know what? Why am I sticking up for MJ now? I will tell the truth, like that kind of shit, right?
Because did you see that family that just came out like this month? And now they're testifying
Because the
that...
movie just came out.
Yeah.
Legit.
So it's only when it's hot and valuable
But it was hot. It was hotter and valuabler the first
That's
time
true.
they said they didn't happen.
When the media was all over.
Maybe what are they just like more broke today?
Could
Maybe
be. I always feel like there's another ulterior motive.
more desperation.
The estate's about to get a big cash infusion. This movie's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
So everyone's trying to get their handouts.
I guess like with that in consideration, does that work both ways in the sense that like if something like this comes out and someone doesn't or does have a problem with it, should you look at their life situation at the time of them saying the first time too?
I think it's going to be correlated.
Yeah, I don't think the judge does that, but I think if you're trying to find the truth, you got to consider everything.
Yeah.
It needs a second look.
But in the case of an act, like a role, right? Like they read the script. Like there's so many different fucking layers of like, well, you got to talk to your parents about this, and then you can voice your opinion. Be like,
Intimacy
Mom, I don't want to
coordinator.
fucking do this. There's so, it's not like last minute you find out. Wait, I gotta kiss this guy like 2 minutes before the scene.
And by the way, probably too, like, think about it, like probably 100 kids auditioned for this part. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but remember when you watched with Bruno and he had the audition for the kids and then all the parents, he was like,
Fuck.
"Are you okay with your kid being exposed to bees?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah."
I think he can take it.
Is your kid okay with operating
Yeah.
dangerous heavy machinery?
But
Yeah,
in-
I think he would love that.
In most cases, right?
Bro,
what they're
come
doing
on.
is they're gonna blame the other actor for
Yeah,
just being
exactly.
the
Yeah,
man. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, well, what about the parents? Never get fucking blamed for anything. The writer never
Yeah.
gets blamed for anything. Like, what about all the layers of people that made this happen? The actor's just sitting there, laying there, going like, I'm doing my role.
And he thinks it's clear because the parents signed off.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Which is why Clint Eastwood was so gangster. He was writer, director, actor,
Improviser.
improviser.
That
wasn't even in the
The
script.
fact that's improvised is crazy. He didn't even say he was going to do that.
He's like, hey, yeah. So about 3 minutes into the scene, I'm just gonna credit card this little girl's ass.
Dude, how the...
It's like, wait, what, Clint? What are you gonna do?
Oh,
It's like just roll it.
One take.
oh man, that's how you know that guy is locked in and he's protected, man.
Yeah.
And it makes it to the edit. It's not even something like he did for his own sake on set. He's like, no, put it in.
Whereas I would assume that they're probably walking Brad through this for like, hey, contextually though, she's really like 112 years old.
Well, that and like,
To make him feel better.
how come the fucking Old Enough for Kisses never been on ET Vault? Like the fact that mainstream avoids that one is like so obvious. That one's the craziest one.
Maybe it's too old. You know, if like there's like a cutoff point where like, oh, but that was in that millennia, you know?
No, you're right.
But also, maybe Clint Eastwood isn't as big.
Or he's
Yeah, like you
untouchable.
can't get something from it.
he's not working on some. Yeah,
He's like, you could name like an airport after Clint Eastwood, and everyone would be like, yeah, probably.
yeah. No, he's untouchable. Too. I think so too. Yeah, he's like a Rushmore.
But some people probably want to see Brad Pitt fall.
Oh yeah, or there's just money in saying that he's falling, even if he's not.
Well, dude, when I was doing my movie Internet Famous, like I had to be a dad who was pranking his kid all the time, and she was just a little baby, and so there's no way to shoot it other than like we're actually shooting these scary pranks to
That's a
this
funny
baby.
character.
Yeah, and the parents were down because like, but I think by the end of the shoot they're like, I don't think we would do this. We'd have done this again because it was pretty crazy. Because like I had her like I remember at one point I just remember being like I'm like wearing like this scary alien costume. And I'm standing behind like a paper wall, and she's just sitting in front of the paper wall, and I have to jump through the wall and fucking like go like and shit, and the fucking lights change, and it looks like an alien invasion's happening. And like, there's no way to fake that. So this little chick's like, little baby's just going, "What the fuck?" It was crazy. But yeah, so by the end of it, I was like, yeah, it's pretty wild. Like how, like I'm to show that my character is willing to exploit his kid for money. I have to actually scare the shit out of a real baby.
Dude, for real, yeah.
So yeah,
Probably traumatized.
satire's a thing, bro.
But that is true what you said about like that is the parents and everybody involved, producers. That's exploitation of that kid.
Everyone signed off on it.
Look at it from the legal scope, right? That's like if that kid decides one day I actually didn't like that when they're older, then everyone has to feel like a certain way for them. But the
Yep.
fact that what the result is that the person kissing her gets in trouble is ridiculous, really. It's not like he chose that and was like
he's supposed to go, no, I'm not gonna do this. He's the actor. Like they have the least power.
yeah,
in
they're
the
gonna
fucking
freaking
set.
fire him.
Yeah.
I think she's kissing the bottom corner. I don't even know if she's kissing his lip.
So you think it's sick?
Was it? What do you? If you remember
He
the
makes it
context,
okay. He's making it okay.
the reason I was asking if you remember the context was this part make or break the plot? Like, was it necessary to move the?
I don't remember. It's been a
You know, like some things, it kind of is like.
yeah, I understand.
But then if it was like, what the fuck? That's just a cutaway.
Yeah, that's like having Sleeping Beauty, right? And then you need it
Exactly,
for the scene,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
no, we're taking it out.
Yeah.
See how close this is too? You couldn't exactly do like a wax head or something.
Yeah, but she is doing a little hand cover. She's doing a little sleight of hand, right? A little shin limb.
But she doesn't say like, and by the way, I didn't kiss him. She's like, it was really weird.
Well, because like, how many takes did they have to do? Maybe in the other ones, her hand was not there, and she was fucking.
Yeah.
You know, who
But
knows?
like you said, she identified as a 500-year-old.
I would be curious as to whether or not there was a period in her time, maybe when she was older, where maybe she was proud of the fact that she kissed Brad Pitt. When
Yeah, her friends are probably like, hey.
I'm just curious if like there was ever a moment of like pride, or like the entire time it was like, oh no, but he was my big brother. You know, if she maintained a version of disgust and be like, damn, I'm sorry that she felt like that for that long, I really blame like the directors and the writers for putting something in that situation.
Probably by the time she saw Fight Club, she's like, I kissed Brad Pitt, boy.
But who was the writer that said, you know what, we need a fucking 12-year-old kissing a man in this scene?
I still wouldn't blame the writers and directors. I feel like the writers and directors would just be like, I wish you would have told me. We would have just casted someone else that is down to kiss Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say we would have just told her it's okay, you don't have to.
No, 'cause
We would have just
it's
fired
their project,
you.
right? It's their it's like you hire someone to paint your house. Like, man, I really didn't like painting your house. I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I'll go on TaskRabbit and find someone else that would like to paint the house.
Or it's like, hey, we went to this bakery and I said, can you make a gay cake for my buddy's wedding? And they're like, no, I can't. And then I got to come down on them or whatever. Like,
No, you gotta hire a guy to paint your house. He gets there and go, you're gonna have to kiss some kids today.
that's so stupid. Like the kids have paint on their lips and he has to kiss their lips and then move it to the wall
Jesus.
for a mural, to make a mural. And we're like, hey, look, it's a beautiful mural. It's about love.
Just paint lips. No, sir. No, sir.
It has to be transferred by children.
The children are the east. What do you call it? What's that thing? The paint thing.
Easel? Not the easel.
Why can't the kids just kiss the
The
wall
palette,
themselves?
the palette.
Palette.
Why couldn't they just kiss the wall
I'm
themselves?
talking about the Great Wall of China. Like it's a big.
And then the painter's like, I'm not kissing your kids, and you're like, oh, they're not my kids.
I stole these kids. I stole them from Mexico.
Don't worry, they're not my kids. That doesn't matter.
They're not even related to me.
What a prank.
Yeah, that's where I'm like,
Imagine
it's
hiring a prank.
it's always interesting when like big celebrities talk about experiences in retrospect, because you also have to remember you're listening to some of the most extensively PR trained humans on the planet. They're not saying something wrong. Like they know why they're saying what they're saying. They know what they're doing. If someone says they didn't like it, there's an angle. If someone says they did, there's an angle. It's like it's not just we act like we're talking to regular people like on the street. It's super not that.